Bengali, English, and sometimes cited some poems, and it becomes very attractive. And I try to mimic it. I'm not sure whether I could do it or not. So since there is no foreigners at the moment, so maybe in English and Bangla both is okay, I guess. So I'll go in that way. Many students are here. Well, actually, as you know, the popularizing the new technology is very important, and usually I do it in Bangladesh, starting from nanotechnology in 2012, while Honorable Prime Minister was the chief guest, and our today's chief guest, he was the main hosting for that conference. Well, so now the question is, we are now at the 4.0 era. So we must translate, we must transform our scientific or any other, even social, even humanities, how to transform it in 4.0 era. So this is the main thing, and my lecture to encourage the scientists, especially the chemists, how to convert, how to transform the chemistry into 4.0. So I choose the title Nanotechnology 4.0 in science and engineering for propelling new era of industrial development. Well, so you know, we get a lot of industrial revelations. Well, the first one was the power, the steam power, and then mass production then started, and then next the third one. So people start calculating, they started computing, and then the fourth one is truly a fused digital, biological, and physical phenomena. So, and we are very, this fifth is just talking to us, and there is a difference between 4 and 5. It is in the 4th, human brain is not much involved, but in 5, again, human brain will be involved. Well, actually, indeed, you know, in case of 4 IR, so actually, if we start with 4 IR, fundamentally changing the way we live, work, and relate to one another. About this 4th industrial revolution, as I told before, is fusing physical, digital, and biological world. Virtually all the things, all the matters in the globe is fused in it. And this technology, why this technology appears? Because of several breakthroughs, innovations in some areas, and it becomes the 4th industrial revolution. So these are the drivers, technological drivers, biological, digital, and physical. You can see a lot of innovation which made biological, digital, and physical, which made this 4th IR today. And just if you see the few things, the 4 IR, this robotics, artificial intelligence in the 4 IR, as you know very well, and Internet of Things is another very interesting and important thing, and the biotechnology. These are the really technological drivers for 4 IRs. Well, this is the nano world. So by this time, all of you know very well. So this is the nano world, 1 to 100 nanometers, and we have some natural virus and etc. And the people doing their research, so these the nanomaterial that people already discovered, and they gave excellent material as a global electrical, mechanical, chemical, all sort of areas. And we just classify all this into 2 categories. This category are organic and these are inorganic. Because we know in biotechnology, many things we have to convert. Some biological cell and then etc. That's why we need some organic nanoparticles. Otherwise, in our body, in our biological system, that will not work very well. Rather, it will make some trouble or a pollutant like this. And The next thing is the quantum confinement. One is size control, and what happened is really the quantum confinement. It's a little bit higher to understand, but just in a matter, its electron is flowing in a particular direction, not in the other direction. As it's just passing in through a particular direction, so its intensity becomes so prominent, so that it's optical, electrical, mechanical, all the properties changing, and that's why the nanoparticles are very, very powerful. Well, and if you see the quantum effect, in that case, if you see it, so with the changing of size, just see how the color is changing. So it's just not only this one, if you see upward, the bandwidth, once the semiconductor band gap is increasing or decreasing, even the bandwidth, this is a confinement width where the electron is traveling. So these are the main reasons for extraordinary potential of nanomaterials. And you see, you can see the electron density is how it's changing in this nanomaterial 3D, 2D, 1D, 0D. These are the four categories of materials that are very efficiently using in the industry. Another powerful thing that we can tailor the nanoparticle. Tailoring means some functional group is attached to it, so that we can accommodate in our body, we can accommodate in the machine, we can accommodate in any material. So this is another tool, another indicator of power, so that nanoparticle becomes versatile, powerful tool all over the world. And that's why, because of these powers, it has numerous applications, starting from energy, medicine, drug, blah, 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 and there is nowhere, including the textile fabrics everywhere. And let's see some results, experimental results. So if we convert a nanoparticle, like this 10 of TiO2, and we can easily tailor its shape, and you can see it is now become the tube. Nanoparticle converted to tube. Once this is tube, then we can use it in a solar cell, that is solar cell, and we can see the IV response very well, and the fill factor we see is very good. So these are the interesting things if you convert the material to nano, its different shape and size. And then solar cell. So this is the building. You see, this is the building, and there is no electric pole around it. It is using its energy. There is no energy from the grid. It's producing its energy using this solar cell. It has some stationary nanoparticle, some quantum dots. It's using this nanoparticle, and all the building is sufficient to generate its power for this maintenance of the building. So this gen building is very important. I wish our vice chancellor is here, and one day we'll have a gen building. Hopefully, we are waiting for it. It is not the difficult one. So we can make this one. We can make this one. This is our task. We'll give it to you, and you please make a gen building for us. Okay. Then today we talked about the sustainability, and carbon dioxide emission was one of the most major problems for us to attain the sustainability. And we can easily trap the carbon dioxide. We capture the carbon dioxide in a battery as a fuel, just react it, and we can convert this carbon dioxide. You see, you can make this carbon dioxide using this cathode, getting some electron, and then you can have some energy, electricity. At the same time, just changing the electron here, we can find many valued material. You can have some petroleum fuel. methanol. So very important medicinal fuel we can get. So that pollutant CO2, which is destroying our what should I say, neutrality of the climate. So you can capture and then convert it to electricity and develop materials. So these are the really technologies that we need to uphold. And nanoparticles, it has varieties of application in diagnosis. So you can diagnose it just by visual color change. You can say that cell is big or that cell is not big. And then delivery, imaging, X-ray, CT scan, you can use this nanoparticle for therapy. You can use and this drug delivery. You can deliver the medicine through nanoparticles. And this is the example how drugs are delivered. So you need a carrier to deliver the drug. So this is the carrier. You are trapping the medicine inside it, and you just deliver it into the body. And with some stimulation, it may be pH, it may be other stimulation. So or the temperature, simple stimulate, it will break down, and the cell, this one will release the medicine to that affected cell. So this is why, this is how you can use 100% medicine. Well, and then even during the COVID, nanoparticle was the first to respond, and people were very unsure whether he is the COVID or not. So the report was just came very immediately after the COVID, and we found that visually you can check whether you have COVID or not. So that is the power of nanoparticles. And then diabetics. So this is one of the issues, especially for us or especially for me also. So you can easily check using some nanosensors, by using some nanosensors. So these are the nanomaterial, and just assemble it in such a device. It's very, what should I say, fast and painless. So this is very nice device for the moment. And tissue engineering, this is another very, very important thing, and it is already practicing in some ways. So if you see, so if you just take the tissue from this body, and after taking the tissue, you have some biological preparation, and then you just need to make some 3D structure. And for making this 3D structure of the cell, you are picking some nanomatrix, say which is biological nanomaterial like cellulose and etc. And then you are preparing this one, then like this structure you are getting, then this one, and then these, and it's come back as tissue healer in a human. This is the tissue engineering. And the nanotechnology is the main here to make it more sustainable, more safer. And then in water purification, especially water industry, they're using this type of membrane, using nanoparticles, because you can control the pores and the pores and the nano. So you can even what should I say? You can even remove the virus, bacteria, like this. So it becomes again very very useful. In agriculture, maybe I can talk even over an hour the use of nanotechnology in agriculture. But today I will just show you one or two. So you see, these are the biocides, which the nutrient you need. So it's just encapsulated in a polymer particle, which is also biologically compatible. And then we just encapsulate straight in a tree. So it will take, the leaves will take for its food, the photosynthesis, and then rest is coming to the soil. Here this will be degraded and release the biocides, and the plant will grow very faster and give much food, much nutrient. And this is another nice thing. Say, in some cases, most of the cases, salinity becomes a serious problem, especially in the seashore and etc. So to protect the salinity effect, we can use some nanoparticles. Usually we use the silver nanoparticles. So you see, this is not bought from a chemical shop. Rather, it prepared from a tree. Just biologically prepared. This is the leaf powder. Then with treatment, we are getting from here this silver, and this silver nanoparticle is now coming here. And if you add some salt here, it will produce some reactive oxygen which can kill the bacteria or other things. And now there is no salinity problem. So these are indeed and in the food preservation, it is again another wider industrial field. So you can change the food characteristics, whether it's salty or sweet or flavored, food packaging, processing, food production, and preservation. Let's see one case of preservation. So these are the emulsion, nanoparticles, and then you just keep coating this nanoparticle, this one, and then this is deep coating. This is the coating you see. This is the coating. This is the base of this strawberry. This is the strawberry. This is the surface of strawberry, and this nanoparticle, on this tree, this emulsion is coated, and this is how you can protect, you can preserve your foods. And in the textile, there are a lot of application and a lot of things. These are the process procedures. You can incorporate some nanoparticles like these, and there are so many applications. One of the applications you see that lady, she's charging her telephone, mobile, from her clothes. So it's just the solar energy is absorbing and producing current and charging. This one, these are not dreams, these are true. Okay? And then also, you can add some protection of your clothes to make it hydrophobic. So no rain will wet you. And also, in the street, there are so many viruses, so many contaminants. So your textile, if you incorporate the proper nanoparticles, it can protect you. So this is one of the designs, how these nanoparticles protect from water. And you do not need to clean, just wash it enough, and then the shoe, umbrella. So no lot of things of these type of applications. And in construction, especially the civil engineering, so there are a lot of nanomaterials like this one, 0D, 1D, 2D. So these are unique carbon materials mostly. And in concrete, they use very stable, very durable, easy to fabricate, recyclable, and eco-friendly. So if you use that lifetime or the hardness, it becomes 100 times harder, stronger, safer than the previous one without the nanoparticles. Well, so these are the some results. Why we got the 4IR using the nanotechnology. But now we come some new ideas and tools in science and engineering research. So artificial intelligence and machine learning. Only two I will tell about it, but we have more deep learning first. Why this happening? Because in science and engineering, so people are doing a lot of research, so we are getting a lot of data, a big volume data, sometimes very complicated data which we cannot explain. And that was the limitation why we stopped. So once this 4IR embraced us, so we have now this tool, ML, machine learning, AI. And in it, we have many hidden data. Who do the research, scientific research, we have many hidden data that our instrument cannot produce that hidden data. And that's why we cannot explain, we cannot use of this one in very high performance in high applications. So using this AI and ML, we can have a more clear data and more clear application. So we can use this material, use this compound, very high application. That's why now the research should proceed using all these things. I'm just showing you a few things. Say, material design and discovery. This is very important. So one is looking for some material to cover here. One is looking for making the watch. One is looking for making the eyes, vision. So you need different materials. So this ML gives us excellent way of generating the material, new material. You see, you should have some data. It may be the tablet form, some images, some graphs, text, structures. So you just give input to the ML. And this ML is feeds into if you do most important first, making prediction. You will predict something using this data. Okay, this material can be synthesized, get this type of characteristics, this type of functional groups, etc. Then compare if there is an anomaly. So you need again compare this data with the historical data, which was done before, and then identifying feature importance. If you design this feature, whether it is important or not that important. And finally, you have the perfect data using the machine learning. So this is really what is 4.0 and why we should jump to 4.0 as soon as possible. That's the main important thing that we have to understand, and the purpose of my lecture is this one. We must jump to the data. And again, you know, the polymer is very important material for the engineering aspects, very important. So how we are getting it? So from the website we have data, we have about 2.3 million data is there, and we just finished 2,000 molecules based on the PC. This is also a mathematical model using, and then RF series, RF in the random forest. This is the name of the data for machine learning, NLP. So there are some trees of data. So this is called RF, and this is the machine learning. So we are screening 149. Then you need manual screening. Again, you need man. This cannot be done by the machine. Whoever the very intelligent machine. So people say, if 4.0 comes, we will have no work. No. It's impossible. So you see the state. You need expert here. Then after that, you will screen out of 149 a single molecule, and then again you will do the polymerization, how to synthesize this one. So you need the man, and that's why 5IR is appearing to us. 4IR actually not using the man. 5IR can, it will make intelligent the devices, machines, as well as they will use the brain, human brain together. So this is another example. And then you see the catalyst in all the industries, especially our union factories, they are using nickel catalyst, and it is coming from Germany. So while we are students, so we used to ask why they are taking this catalyst from Germany, why not from in other countries? So actually, this is the main reason. You have to optimize. So you need some data about the binding energy. If you see the binding energy, this point is important. This point, without ML, it is not possible to get source any experiment. So now the industry can have new catalyst, they can choose different structure and binding energy to ML, engage it, and finally you can find out the appropriate structure of the catalyst, and then now ML found the appropriate structure. Now you need a man who will prepare, who will synthesize this material. So without man, you can't. So I'm sure, Mr. Chairman, the time is over. Okay, I'm just running. And this is another important thing. You know, the plastic is tremendous problem for the environment, and ML is helping us how to regenerate organic biopolymer. Okay, and also this is air particulates in the air. So again, this is anode. And also rechargeable battery. There is a process. We don't have time. So I'm sorry that I cannot explain it, but it's very easy for now. I'm working on battery right at the moment. So I'm very excited to have this one. I also talked to some of my colleagues in electrical engineering departments, and we work together with this type of battery. And for nanomedicine, it's again. So these are the data we need to improve, and finally we can get some output. So it is ML and get the appropriate medicine. And this is done in my laboratory. One of my students, she did it, and you see, we can have the material heterojunction, which is band gap is 0. The people who knows the electronic or electrical aspect, they understand how important this one, and it makes it very interesting to us. And we need to synthesize it. Before synthesizing it, we have to go to the ML first. This is just the first principle mathematical model. Alright? And you just see if you use okay, so just see why we use machine learning. Say if you have some trial and error experiment, what you do in our laboratory. So this data is this one, and computational approach is this one, and high crowd screening is more powerful screener, this one, and this is the machine learning screener. And if you look at it, you can see the development cost is here, because previously it was here, it is now here, and the development time is very less, because from here to here is the development time. So why we jump to machine learn as soon as possible? To reduce the cost, to reduce the time. Okay? And this is in conclusion. So, unfortunately, is not powerful the first, second, and third industrial revolution, and it seems to have much more powerful because it fused of previous revelations, plus it fuses three important aspects of chemical and biology. And with all these, thank you very much for your kind
Thank you so much for an exciting talk. And just 10 years ago, you delivered a similar talk in the Pan Pacific Shunarga Hotel when our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was with on nanotechnology could make fourth industrial revolution. Nicely you illustrated, and we are also working on the integration of artificial intelligence, machine learning, as well as nanotechnology to apply in agriculture to make agriculture 4.0. Thank you so much, and now the house is open. If you have any comment, question on this, first plenary talk, it would be very nice, and then we can offer a few minutes time for the comment and question, because our distinguished our minister as well as the Honorable Vice Chancellor and many scientists are here.
I'd like to have
okay, sir.
Thanks to Professor giving in-depth analysis of the role of nanotechnology for next generation, 4-wire and also 2 and 5-wire. I have a question about, is it possible for this to have a biosensor application? Can you show any importance of biosensor development using this technology?
Yes, and there are many good ways to develop, replicate biosensors using nanotechnology and converting it to the ML, and there are many options. especially the for diabetes and others, we need some biosensors.
Yeah, blood sugar we test, it is also biosensor. I would like to supplement a little. In our agriculture, we use more than 3,000 liters of water to produce 1 kilogram of rice. And now, new nano biosensor we are using in the field to understand whether plants require any water or not exactly. So we overused the natural resources. Similarly, we are using biosensor for weather monitoring and the presence of diseases, even in the soil fertility, whether nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So these are in the practical field. Thank you so much. Very nice question. Any other question, please? Honorable Minister.
This is not question, but realization. Hardware, software, humanware. 3 মিললে হয় বিজয়। মানুষই আসল সদা নইলে পুরো অপচয়। Your machine, everything, but human brain is not prepared, then it is of no value. Okay, thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, thank you.
Any other question? Sir, thank you so much. Thank you for the time. Thank you. Yes, then we can